Right. So the signal that countries like Italy and Spain in particular will be wanting to see from this summit, which is really a money summit, is economic solidarity. And recall that Ursula von der Leyen actually apologized to Italy for the European Union not showing stronger solidarity. So this is really, I don't want to say make or break summit, and the demise of the European Union has been predicted repeatedly, not by me. I'm really no Eurosceptic, but I actually think that this is a pretty existential period for the European Union, and what it's really about is going to be overcoming the instinct to focus on national interest when what needs to happen is this wider message of solidarity. And the risk here is really a return to populism, which a few years ago was something that we were all very concerned about. And that focus on a narrow national self-interest is going to pave the way for the return of the Salvinis and others who are waiting in the wings for this.
Tina, a very good morning to you. Look, it was always going to come to this, wasn't it? I mean, I'm no Eurosceptic myself, but if you want the project to work, you have to go for it. You cannot have one currency, one central bank, one single market, and then this strange variegated fiscal position as well. When times of crisis come, you have to have one ability across the entire union in order to support the bits that aren't doing very well. You can't just sell them goods from the north down to the south during the good times and expect in the bad times those countries that have built up huge credits with the north and with other countries to actually just survive on nothing as well. So it was always going to come to this, wasn't it? It's just taken 20 years.
Well, what's fascinating is that it's come to it now when I think Eurozone leaders, were pleased with themselves for navigating that crisis. But it points to the fact that the European Union is primarily a political project, and it's taken this collision between a public health crisis and an economic crisis, to really force leaders to have courage. And I don't think we saw much of that in evidence. The European Central Bank can do more, but there is the risk, and I think the previous speaker highlighted this, of politicizing the European Central Bank. Europe needs a massive stimulus right now. It also needs burden sharing, and it needs to send a signal to people and to the markets that, to use a familiar phrase, it can do whatever it takes. What I find interesting, by the way, is that there appears to be more public support for these, types of economic burden sharing, whether we call it Corona bonds or something else, than with leaders. I also think it's interesting to see how, for example, the Dutch government has come under pressure for its position. That's something that we haven't really seen before.